Howdy everyone, good to have you here, ready or not. This is going to be the third video since the Atom update. Just like the last, I want to start off with making a little bit of an announcement. This brief announcement is going to be about mods. So for those of you interested in mods, for those of you who use mods, a very important thing to point out is that some mods since the Atom update, especially the ones off Vortex, I don't particularly use mod.io. I don't go into here. As you can see, I don't have an account on mod.io. I think I have linked my Steam account in the past, which is why I do have a modded map from mod.io, which now nulls my score. So I actually did alright in the hospital one, and it said it's a non-official score because I had a mod on, the mod being a map I downloaded from mods.io. Yippee-ki-yay, I don't actually really effing care. I have the proof, you guys have seen it, that I got a pretty good rating doing most of that by myself because the AI, especially the SWAT AI, are still useless. Now, thanks to a commenter, I did find out that the SWAT AI isn't actually overhauled, and that's coming in the future. Right, well, I hope that future doesn't mean May. I hope it's not another 6 months. Now, getting back to what I was saying about mods, some mods won't work. Some mods will crash your game as soon as you boot up, like in my case. So we've got some mods here. We've got a modded M4. It's cosmetically modded. You can see there's a modded Cordura suppressor on it. There was a particular weapons mod that I had, the Vector. I singled it out as a mod that isn't compatible with the Atom update. It crashes the game. I say Atom update because it definitely worked before I got the Atom update. So we've also, put a little bit of bling on our M45. As you can see, it's got those gold accents. I've been using this one for a while and it works. And here in the top right hand corner, we got rid of that gibberish annoying text. So if you're a person who's got a bunch of mods on, something doesn't work, you might have to single it out. If you're thinking about putting mods on, my tip to you is after you do 1 or 2 mods, test if the game's going to boot, if the game's going to perform, because you don't want to download a full list only to have your game crash and you're fucking not sure what it is because it's not going to be necessarily obvious which mod is causing the crash. Okay, I've spoken enough. I've let you guys know something that might be important to you. Maybe you thought it's not. Well, whatever. We're at Greasy Palms. We're at Greasy Palms. What a fucking name. I never read these. So I'm going to read these because I've also harped on about that the fact there's no intel. Well, that's not much of an intel, is there? It just gives you a lore, which is basically pretty pointless. I'm hoping you've had enough time to read that yourself. Still not going to have an official score simply because I got that map down here. Lustful Remorse, some mod.io map. I've never played it. Okay, so SWAT is getting an overhaul later. Also, this pretty ugly loading screen, I don't know why it looks so bright. Is it because I turned my DLSS on to balanced? Let him do the little fucking speech here.
Talk to high ground. Entry team, suspects have taken refuge in the area and are refusing to cooperate. Move in.
Okay. So, opening tab. And yes, before I go on with what I see here on tab, DLSS, it's on balance now, and our frames are about 115. They're holding over 100. I just saw them dip to about 89, 84. Okay, look, as long as they hold over 60. That was a big issue at the hospital level. They dropped to about 40. So we get this when we go into tab. We can see we go to apprehend suspicious targets. FBI name Jack Adams is a prime suspect. Arrest suspicious target, Postal worker Maria Lopez. Right, again, realism first, right guys? Well, why are we getting this when we're already boots on ground? in this little write-up where we have to press tab. It'd be good if that loading screen was it. It'd be good if in HQ, rather than reading Greasy Palms' cool fucking story for 3 or 4 sentences, if we saw this information with some pictures. I mean, we know their names, we'd have pictures, right? That's realism first. We'd see what they look like. I'm not going to harp on too much about things I've said in the past, but it has to be said. Oh, look at that. There's dynamically moving things. Can we get hit by a car? It's worth finding out. Oh, invisible wall. That's a shame. And now I'm stuck. Yeah, look, DLSS, I rarely play with it on balance, but I feel like I had to do it.
What was that?
Hands up, do it now.
Fucking pussy.
That must
Hands
be
up,
Maria.
Got me.
Restrain targets.
Okay, clear here, clear here.
Post up and cover.
Talk to high ground. Copy, entry team. Notifying trailers.
I'm actually waiting for Blue to get on that door so we can execute. What's the go here? Why did only King stack up? Was there no room? Is there no room for you, Bud? The AI, as far as our SWAT team, really needs that fucking overhaul. Nah, I can't give that order again now. I need to cancel it.
Post up and cover.
So I had to give the order twice for Blue to react again. It's frustrating to really say the least, and I'm sick of repeating myself. I feel like the update really doesn't give a fuck about the people that play single player.
It's open. Yeah, copy that. Hangs free.
Ball in.
Roger, I'm coming to you. All right, light stick out, sir.
Provide cover.
Affirmative.
Get your ass over here, Red. I don't trust that door. Look, I get it. I'm probably... Maybe I'm an exception. Maybe it's 50-50. Don't quote me because I don't know the stats. How many people play this single player? How many people wouldn't be playing this single player? I'm assuming more people play this online, but only a small percentage higher, I would say, play this online. I'm sure there's a lot of people that, even if they want to be playing multi, just don't have an adequate internet connection, for example. Okay, so if you play multi and you're thinking fucking losers playing single, I'm saying if, I'm not saying you are thinking that. Well, I got news for you. I only play single. I've yet to play multi. I don't really want to play with people I don't know. You know what? I'm going to go in by myself. That's where all the action is. Let's get in there. That would have been silly to flashbang anyway. Wow.
Get down and put your hands up.
Okay. You get on that door, Blue. We're going to shut this door and get Red on it.
Provide cover.
That's better. And now I'm going to get in there myself.
Get down.
Woo! The way he popped up. All incriminated like.
Stay where you are.
Do you know what you're doing?
That's really the end of my criticisms. Just so I'm not doubling, tripling up,
Notifying trailers.
going on and on about the same things. I've said it. I said the maps look great. I think this looks pretty damn good. The game did play better before the Atom update, for me personally. Now, a large part of that being self-aware enough to know that I was using improved gameplay mods. If you're interested in that mod, leave a comment. I'm not gonna go on about it here either because I don't really know who to credit. I'm sorry, I forgot the author's name, but it was from Nexus. Now maybe that improved gameplay mod actually did what the developers are failing to do. Because it goes hand in hand with what I'm saying about my discontent, my criticisms of the game. They were few and far between in comparison to what they are now. There's a lot more criticism for the single player of this game than there ever was. So I attribute that to what the mod may have fixed, the improved gameplay mod of Vortex. Which really begs the question. Maybe I should have paid that guy 193 Australian dollars for the supporter edition as opposed to these developers. The reality is I did pay for this game more than I've paid for any other game in the past. I think $193 for those who paid for the supporter. Man, alright, I'll focus up here.
Get him.
My finger slipped. My finger slipped. I actually didn't really expect him to charge at us like that.
Drop it now. Put your hands up. Drop it. Drop your weapons.
Are they just gonna keep lining up to fall down like that?
Suspect DOA.
Talk to Element. Affirmative, entry team.
Look, I'll come back for that. For all that reporting. It's locked. Are they gonna come charging at me now? You know what? Let them. Let them try. That's not improved nor mathematical if they do. If they come at me through that door now, all four of them coming at me like that, I don't know what equations they're doing, but it ain't on Einstein's level. You tell me, guys. You tell me, did that look or feel different? That didn't really look or feel different to me.
Open clear with flashbangs. Open clear with flashbangs.
Roger that. And the bang's free.
Why are you coming with us, Red? Okay.
Civilian is alive, but unresponsive.
That's the civilian, huh? He looks like a everyday US postal worker to me. Is he gonna spring back to life? He's a civilian though, trust me. We know. When they do update the SWAT AI, I'm really hoping that they have enough self-awareness and ability to do simple things like pick up the weapons themselves or maybe even report the suspects.
Suspect DOA.
So we got to arrest them all now. That's important because we call them in dead and then they spring back to life. Yeah, you see, it's a very advanced update we have now. They play dead, and this boy, he ain't no postal worker. The other one that looked exactly the same, if not worse, with the forehead tattoos, he's a real G. Votes Republican. I'm yet to see the gore, so I'm really tempted to just execute him. See if we see the gore. Alright, want some protection, so
Move over there.
get over there, Blue.
Suspect DOA.
But we don't know for sure. I mean, might be alive. Change that mag out. There's a lot of dead bodies.
Civilian is alive,
So
but
the
unresponsive.
guy with the body armor is a civilian. Come on, guys, watch my back while I do the boring tasks. So, if this is how parcels look at the Postal Service Center, no wonder I've had so much shit lost in the mail. Or it takes a month to arrive from a different state. That's 1,000 kilometers or about 600 miles away from home. What was that? Oh, look at that. That's better than ever. I saw that guy. He's alive. Very open area.
Wounded civilian stable and
Another
prepped for
civilian.
evac.
Conveniently near a gun. Alright. Well. Gonna take
Fall
Red
in.
with me.
Roger, I'm coming to you.
I know that's probably connected to where I've already checked, but
Blow that door. Clear it.
I'm just gonna give Red something to do by going in there. If they're even listening.
Drop it!
See, I'm too nice. I'm too nice.
Let's knock this door down.
I could have just dropped him.
Drop it!
Just want to give everyone a chance. Well, doesn't look like Red's got shit, but I can see another door in there potentially.
Light stick away.
So we're gonna backtrack again. Did I see another? I thought I saw a door. I thought that whiteboard was maybe the door. Okay. That looked like a necessary room to do, actually. Didn't link up with anything.
Stay on me.
Right behind you.
Ooh, it's a big open space. Nope.
The suspect is expired.
How are those frames doing? They're holding just above 60, so they're going down again.
Open it.
You know what?
Toss a
Oh,
flashbang.
I'll do it myself, I thought.
Copy that.
C2, bang and clear.
Entry denied. Door locked. Let's knock this door down.
Probably like a cupboard, and we're C2ing it. It's quite literally a cupboard, isn't it? Well, still very excessive for what it was.
Light stick out.
Okay.
Cam light out.
To be pretty honest, though, I think we're doing alright. And for a guy that misses a whole heap of shit usually, like evidence and reporting, I don't think I've missed anything. So we're all done up there in the upper level. So how about we just get everyone
On my
forward?
6.
Okay, we're with you.
How come you didn't spring back to life? I saw you moving, buddy. Look at this. What a mess.
Hands up above your head. Put your hands up.
Is this mathematical too?
Down on your knees.
Get down and put your hands up.
Hands up. Please get down.
We're taking shots, but
Hands up.
I just
now.
don't want this guy running away, so I have to chase him later.
Okay, get down and put your hands up. Get down and show me your
Drop the
damn
weapon
hands.
now.
Clipped him.
Can you put your hands up, please?
Drop it now.
Hands up now.
You
Restrain
expose
targets.
yourself.
Drop your weapons. Drop the weapon now.
Why?
Drop it now.
Hey, look, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Dude, where is what happening? I'm gonna hold this area down.
Drop your weapons.
The suspect has expired.
How's everyone doing? Alright. Gonna backtrack now. I'm guessing if they're in a pool of blood, they're definitely dead, and only the others could be faking it. But if that's the new gore effect they're talking about, I haven't seen any disfigured heads yet.
Make him secure.
Come on, guys. Come on, come on, come on. Don't do this to me again where you freeze and you don't do fuck all. It's worse, man. Did he actually do it? Because I'll take that back that he did it. Wow. Wow.
Restrain targets.
Because I was about to cry out that single player is fucked, man. It's fucked because you're pretty much doing these maps by yourself because halfway through, these clowns will just decide to stop moving, to stop following instructions. I'll take all of it back. I'll say that it's still quite doable if they're going to follow me. I got gold, all of them to fall in.
Suspect killed.
You know what? Move over there. All of you.
Move over there.
I'll mop up here.
Getting there now.
Hands up.
Wounded civilians stable and prepped for evac.
Again. What's with the civilians being called in? When they're clearly dudes that aren't civs. Of course, yeah, innocent until proven guilty, but what kind of a civ wears a bulletproof vest and has a Glock 19 right next to him when he goes to work at the post office? Very open area.
Okay, suspect is out.
Quite difficult to get control of this area with how open it is.
Get down. I want to see hands. Hands up. Above your head.
Wait, I need just
Down on your
everyone in
knees.
trouble. Show me your hands.
Oh! Damn! They executed that dude.
Secure.
Well, probably not, he was armed, but...
We've got a dead suspect here.
Is he dead? There's no pool of blood. Is he dead? Well, he's dead indeed. So I saw broad order to chaos, rescue person of interest, and rescue all civilians. So, again, we're done pretty much. This might take another minute or two. I'm hoping it doesn't take too long. We'll do some exploring and I might throw some comments or two. Oh, it's Los Suenos post. That's why it's not UPS. UPS is off the hook.
We've got a dead suspect here.
So is this meant to be the arterial bleeding? Okay, so more feedback. Brought order to chaos. I don't feel like that should come up. Because, I mean, we don't have any intel, right? We don't know how many suspects are technically meant to be on a level. So it's not like we've kept count. Okay, intel says there's potentially 17 suspects. We arrested 17, or put them down, reported them in. Talk reports to us, okay, you know, entry team, this is talk. We believe, based on sufficient intel, that you have brought order to chaos. So again, taken away from a little bit of that
Civilian is in line
realism.
with unresponsive.
Hey, you boys are lucky you had a gun. I don't want to lose points since I feel like we've done pretty well. Okay, the Where's Wally shit is going to start. Which would be so much better if we didn't know that we've brought order to chaos. We'd be a little bit more cautious now. As opposed to now, it's just like, hey, it's, you know, it's all G, we're done. I can't help but feel in such an open building you would not send 4 SWAT operators.
Police, hands up!
I didn't mean any disrespect.
Where'd you come from? I really hope this is it, because I don't think it will be, but this is pointless. This is the most pointless part of the game, mopping up the civs. So in summary, SWAT performed better. The frame rates held above 60, but they're still dropping. A better experience than the hospital. This was my first attempt and it was a big success. I feel like I did more than the SWAT operators. So I'm happy with that. It's not like I just sent them in to clear every single room. Maybe it's the DLSS though keeping us above the 60 frames as well though. Which I shouldn't need to have unbalanced. So improved mathematically, etc. I'm going to have to call a hard disagree on that. I'm going to reiterate with the point I made about the improved gameplay mod. That played better. The AI felt like they were better with that mod than they do pretty much, you know, overhauled, as the developers claim here with the Atom update. I don't know where to look, man. So if it was mathematically overhauled and they're really smart now, you would think that the civvies would sort of come out. Like, we know it's brought order to chaos. We know it's all G. How do we know? Well, we don't know how we know. So why can't the civs know too? They're like, oh shit, man, the alert just came up on my watch that the order is brought to this fucking chaos. Let's run out and give ourselves up. I mean, that's a really far-fetched way of just saying, why don't the civs come out and let us apprehend them? Why are they still flailing around in some fucking dark corner? And that would be a lot better. No one enjoys this. No one enjoys backtracking and looking for them. I don't think there's a single person who's like, man, now when they get to this part of a level, like, oh, the hunt begins, and they start looking for a civvy and looking at every dead body to see if they're cuffed, if they're now potentially going to spring back to life, or if we've reported their weapon. This isn't what people play this game for.
Police, hands up!
Don't shoot. I'm not with them.
Wow, what a slob. Kinda looks like Roman, is it? Roman from GTA 4.
Relax.
But that ain't sweat from stress.
What's going on?
He was in on it. And he's the person of interest.
Civilian
Cool.
cuffs
So,
and prepped for
again,
evac.
should have had a photo of him at the start. This surely has to be an A+, right? We didn't miss a damn thing. Are you fucking serious? Unauthorized use of force? I don't believe you. Who? It'd be cool if they also told us who. Or, you know how PlayStation take like small video? If you don't know, this is what happens. PlayStation take a small video of when you get a trophy. It'd be pretty neat if Ready or Not took a small video, or like even made like a highlights. Like this was like your best moments, like a little highlight reel, or when you got penalties, it showed you a small clip of when you got those penalties. I think that's very doable. Now, I know everything I've said over all my videos, and this might be one of my more important points to make at the very end. the game is still in alpha. And for all the shit I've given it, it's still in alpha. It's not even beta, and it's definitely not a full release. And quite frankly, that bails this game out of most criticisms, right? I think, in fairness, it's a pretty freaking good alpha. But where I do have to point criticisms out is that an improved gameplay mod by someone who's pretty much getting no money for it, who I'm assuming is not the developer of this game, he's just got his mod out on Nexus, he's done a better job, in my opinion, than this overhauled Atom update AI. This is my third time playing now, and honestly, the game felt a little better before the Atom update, using the improved gameplay mod. As far as the weapons of this big mod, I don't really see them. Everything unlocked still has more weapons. I get realism first, why they don't add charms and shit from Modern Warfare 2 and camos. That's fair enough. That wouldn't be realism. Or that's just another cool way of saying, a way of ousting, not ousting yourself, but a way of getting out of adding visual extras into a game. We'll say, oh, it's not realism. It's not going to be realistic to add that to the game, so we're not doing it for that. It's like giving yourself an out to not add visual things, because realism first maybe, but people want that, right? People want to add visual things. That's why there's visual mods, and that's why they're pretty popular. People want their M4, like me. Like, I want my M4 to look a little different. I want to have a different style of suppressor. It might be vain and it's just visual, but people want to have that while they're playing. Gore. Now I'm seeing those big puddles of blood. That's deformation. I don't see it. What else is there? The lean. Yeah, the lean has been nerfed, and I don't mind it. I like it like that, I suppose. I like the lean for how it works now. I can't lean too far, and that actually almost got me killed. If you watched this fire and you watched the whole thing, you saw where I almost got killed when I was taking fire outside. From outside. Sorry. You can always quit the video if you want, so I'm going to keep talking. What else did they do? Hostage taking for suspects on certain levels when specific conditions are met. This is a note I just read. I haven't seen it yet. I think that was a hostage rescue. I haven't seen any hostages being taken yet. AI suspects now have a limited ammo capacity. I don't think that's really important. I've never seen them run out of ammo, nor have I ever really... I don't think that's that important. They don't really spray. Like, if you're taking that much fire from the AI, you're probably fucking dead. Suspects now use animations to aim and to lower their weapons instead of a simple blend between the two poses. So that's better. That's a lot better, because when you're telling someone to drop their weapon and you have to make that split-second decision to put them down or not, that's very important to have in there. And I think I have noticed that. So now it's a very fine line between getting a penalty for unauthorized use of force because someone was surrendering, and you actually having that animation there now to be confident to put them down. Good on you for adding that. That's actually very important. See, I'm not just criticizing. I also want to point out the improved good things. So human shields use grenades to... What's this? Suspects can take hostages by using them as human shields, use grenades to break them up, or risk an accurate shot to take them down. Well, haven't seen it. Haven't been put in that position where there's a human shield. Rat holes. Some suspects can shimmy and crawl through gaps in a wall. Okay. Maybe they can. I haven't seen it. So, reworked AI. They can sense the player through objects. Yeah, right. Maybe they can. Again. Things I haven't really noticed. So, I haven't noticed a lot of this personally. Suspects' reaction times has been lowered. Okay, well, this was in the improved gameplay mod too. I think before the Atom update, if you were playing with no mods, they did have god tier reflexes. And with that animation lacking there, where the suspect pulls up the gun to aim at you, I think a lot of people can rightfully say they just got fucking killed out of nowhere. They can see a suspect with their gun by their hip, and then because that animation was lacking, where they draw the gun up to aim down sights, they just get fucking whacked with god tier accuracy and a lack of a drawing animation. It'd just be gun at hip, dead, and you'd be like, what the fuck? Okay, I'm not gonna harp on about anything else really. Thanks for listening if you have. I think everything has been pretty fair. I did enjoy this the most so far. This was a better experience than the hospital. Our frames held over 60. Maybe that's DLSS being set unbalanced, when in the last videos it was either off or on quality. Shouldn't be the case, because a lot of the times I've played with it off actually, and we get 90 plus frames. Maybe it's the extra detail in all these maps, and the detail is good. So if you play this game bare bones single player, it's still quite enjoyable, but the SWAT really need an overhaul, and I think there's still a lot of things missing that could be added, and I've mentioned them, so I'm not going to harp on about that anymore either. And all said and done, the game is in alpha, and I think they're doing a good job. But you still took $193 from people who want to support the... That's in Australia, about $193. So, considering it's pretty much the most expensive game a lot of people have bought, 6 months is too freaking long for updates like this. 5 months is too long. It's too long. That's going to be my final end note. Updates like this, the ones that, you know, quote unquote big, especially for the supporters, should be coming out, I'm going to say, every 12 weeks. Because if people in the modding community can address some of these issues and put out a mod, and like I said, from what I understand, they're doing it for free, and most of them are probably doing it by themselves. You got a whole development team, you take people's money, you have to do it more consistently and more often. And I think that is a fair point to make. Especially since the game's been out for about a year now. A year. And it's selling pretty well on Steam, I'm pretty sure. So, that's it. Get to it. You should not have mods coming out that are better than what the developers are putting out. They can be great mods, but they shouldn't be better. The devs should be better. Alright. Cheers, guys.